All right, Jero. Hey, I wanted to show you just a couple things. Here's that BibleArc app that we were looking at, the printed out versions yesterday, which allows the phrasing module and has other things in here as well. That was the arcing module. I haven't gone through this, but this is what allows you to do some of the arcing. But there's an app that is used with Windows to interface with the BibleArc. If you're interested in doing something like that. Yesterday you mentioned the it would be great to have a commentary that does something like this. And I think I pointed out that you in Logos can get something called, it's a couple of different options for you. Normally you're sitting here at home, right? But you can come to formatting and reformat. And this toggle switch for propositional outlines, you may see that in yours. And that's something that you can put up, which does go through and organize some of the chunks. I have not used this very much, but it seems to try and be hitting at finding where some of the main things are in these pericopes and kind of sub pericopes, I guess, because this is 3 verses together. This one's 4 that's here by itself, and so this kind of does some of that, bring out the emphasis. Another option is if you turn that back off and you go to the Discourse features in Greek, if you see that one in yours, this is where Stephen Runge has come in and labeled a bunch of things inside the text, and you can put that right on top of your Bible of choice, and you can see that he's labeling things like support. It's not necessarily telling you what this sentence is supporting, but you know that because it's starting off with this gar. I think that's going to be gar. If I can make my interlinear, yep. That it's supporting something. That's a ground for another piece. And then this is a subpoint as to what the high priest is doing and why he was chosen. He was chosen to offer sacrifices and gifts and that sort of thing. So there's another one. And then I wanted to show you, this is a handy resource, the Discourse Analysis of the New Testament Writings by Todd Scacewater. And he and a bunch of other authors compiled their take where they will go through and try and look at the flow of the book from that discourse analysis perspective. I didn't use it for Hebrews here, but it is in here. 2 more things. One is the Zondervan Exegetical Commentary on the New Testament. That's a series you've probably seen before. There's kind of what the cover looks like. They're usually pretty short books as I've seen them in the bookstore. I don't have one for Hebrews, but opened up one in James, which is the only New Testament version of this one. And after it looks at the main idea of this pericope, it does something very similar to what we see happening over there in the propositional outlines. In fact, I wonder if James 1:12 would look similar if we formatted it for propositional outlines. Let's see, is that the same? Yeah, it was starting at 12. So, blessed is the person who endures a trial. Blessed is the man. It's a little different. Same type of idea. Different people putting them together. Came to some different results there. But so, blessed is the person who endures a trial after having passed the test, because they will receive the crown of life, which God promised to those loving Him. So that's kind of a neat resource as well when you're wanting to get in and see just some of that real kind of down the details exegetical work. And then they'll have an exegetical outline. And so I like that as well. Probably not going to have a whole lot of application if I had to guess. It does have theology and application section here. So they are bringing it back around to the application. So that's pretty cool. All right, last thing is, I mentioned to you Randy Leedy, is his name Randy Leedy? Yeah, Randy Leedy. He has the sentence diagrams where he's gone through the SBL text and putting together the sentence diagrams. So this will probably look pretty familiar to you from the sentence diagramming you did. And kind of nice, because if you're having a hard time understanding what phrase may be supporting, how far back it reaches, if it's an, I don't know what you call those things, but like a adverbial, phrase, where is it really lending its support and that kind of thing. So I got this one as somehow, some other part, I don't know if they're giving it away, I don't remember. But you can probably see some of that stuff. Greek New Testament Sentence Diagrams SPL edition. They do have the Nestle Aland edition as well, which I have not purchased. I haven't seen enough difference in it really. Apparently that link is not the right one. Oh, that's not his sentence diagrams for the Nestle Aland. It was just Nestle Aland. So yeah, I haven't purchased that one. All right, hope that's helpful. Love you, brother. See ya.